Over the past few years, celebrities have pretty much been bringing their own culture down. The way they've been trying to wag their fingers at people and push politics and all this stuff. People don't like it. This is one of the reasons why Ricky Gervais has become so popular, because he tells these people to shut up. And the reason he gets so popular from it is because a lot of people agree with him. Just make your entertainment and stop trying to tell me what to do with my life and how I need to act. When you live in like big mansions and have all this stuff, you're so far from the average person, and they just don't get it. They think they're royalty. Those days are over. The days of the movie star are pretty much over. That doesn't exist anymore. They still make a lot of money, but there was a time when celebrities were kind of like how they were America's royalty. They really were. And this is why, paparazzi follows them around and stuff. It's not really the case as much anymore. It's still a little bit there, but nothing like it used to be. And there's a lot of reasons for that. The biggest one, that movies they're not really driven by star power anymore. You can get a nobody to come be in a movie and it'll still do good. The star power doesn't matter anymore. It's not really a thing. It matters in a franchise. So when you have like a Marvel movie, for example, you need Robert Downey Jr. to play Iron Man. That is what makes him a star for those movies. But you take him out of those movies, he doesn't pull like that. A really good example of this was this year's Dr. Dolittle. Robert Downey Jr. was attached to that movie. That movie was the biggest flop of the year. I think it did worse than Birds of Prey. The movie star doesn't exist anymore. But these people still want to just run themselves into the ground by doing stupid stuff like this PSA here. This is in response to all the BLM stuff going on right now. You got a bunch of white actors in here going, I take responsibility. I'm sorry, and all this stuff. It's really cringy, and it's really stupid, and people thought it was dumb. It didn't do anything. It's just more of this weirdo celebrity stuff where they're trying to pander and do all these weird things. And then you get people like Joe Rogan and Ricky Gervais who will come on and roast it. I'll show you Ricky Gervais's first real quick. He watched it and he says, terrible lack of diversity in this video, which is true. It's just a bunch of out of touch people from Hollywood that nobody really cares about. No one cares about their opinion. So it's nice to see him still roasting these people. I do enjoy it. But Joe Rogan actually watched it and mocked it pretty good. I liked what he had to say. So let me go through this. You can watch this video and you'll see why it only received 850 thumbs up versus an overwhelming 43,000 plus downvotes as of this writing. And this was published today. This came out today. So as of right now, 43,000 dislikes. That's quite a ratio. So of course, Joe Rogan watched this, as he does on his channel, which is moving to Spotify. I think he's trying to take on big tech a little bit here. That's what people have been saying behind the scenes. And he takes him to town pretty good. Says the latest thing where all these actors have this black and white video where they're talking about racism. Later, Rogan really tore into the idea of celebrities virtue signaling. You are taking responsibility? No, you're trying to get attention. That's what you're doing. Do you think that as a professional actor that you're really going to make a effing difference on racism and crime and violence and police brutality? You should stop acting because you should go to the effing doctor and get your head checked. There's something wrong with you. And he's right. They're not making a difference on anything. Anything that these celebrities try to make a difference on, it usually backfires. I remember 2016, how they all got political. How'd that work out for them? It didn't work out for him at all. So they're going to keep doing this. I don't know. They want attention. He's absolutely right. They need attention. They crave attention. I think the lockdown really brought that to light because a lot of them were breaking down and crying because they weren't getting their pictures taken all over the place. I mean, you saw this. You saw them going out trying to get their picture taken. There was like, I think it was Ben Affleck was out with his wife and they were walking real slow so that everyone could take pictures of them. It's like, come on. But these are always worthless, these PSAs that they do, and no one cares. And this is why people like Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan has like the #1 podcast for a reason. People like what he has to say, and it's because of stuff like this. So Nice to see him mocking this stupid PSA. Then, of course, I showed you Ricky Gervais was mocking it as well. Just in a tweet, but he's still out there. And then there's some other stuff going on I wanted to touch on real quick. Like this one, another celebrity sellout announces that he's leaving his show over a little bit of controversy. Now, this is funny because this got brought up a while ago. This has been floating around on social media forever, and this is, of course, a skit from when he was on The Man Show on Comedy Central. He's doing blackface as Karl Malone, and that's been floating around for a while. But, of course, you know, that doesn't matter that everyone knew about it. It only takes the right moment for things to jump up and pretty much destroy you. Now, he's taking the summer off to get away from all the controversy. I imagine he'll be able to come back with little to no issues. You know, it'd be easy to say, you know, he deserves it, but I don't think anyone deserves to be canceled, especially over comedy. Was it in bad taste? Sure. But, you know, this was a long time ago. When was this? I think this was back in the early 2000s. Like, this show ran from 1999 to 2004. I mean, it's a long time ago. I don't think even like Jimmy Fallon, who did a sketch as Chris Rock, and he did that the same thing as Kimmel, like 20 years ago on Saturday Night Live. I don't think that should cancel you. So as easy it would be to celebrate him losing all of his stuff, it's like, I don't like cancel culture. I don't like it, and I think that it's terrible, and it just ruins lives. Now, you know, he would be the first person to celebrate somebody getting canceled for doing something like this, and that's what makes him a hypocritical celebrity. But I don't want to celebrate it because I don't like people being canceled. But they're coming out after him hard. But the main thing I find funny from this is that this has been floating around forever. This is not new. This is old. It's been on Twitter since I joined Twitter like three or 2 years ago, or whenever I made my channel. And it's been floating around, and people would tweet it at him when he would make you know, assumptions that people are racist. People would tweet that skit at him, and he never said anything. I bet you he knew one day this was going to happen. He should have addressed it a long time ago, because you knew that when things got really hot like they are right now, they'd use it on him. And sure enough, they did. So he's stepping away from his show and taking the summer off to be with his family. Now, it'll be really interesting to see what happens when he comes back. How is that going to work out for him? I don't know. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Shorter video. What do you think about all this? How do you guys feel about Joe Rogan mocking idiot celebrities? How do you feel about Ricky Gervais mocking them? What do you think about Jimmy Kimmel trying to kind of hide and wait for things to blow over? Because that's pretty much his strategy. What do you guys think about that? Is that the right move? What should he do? Anyway, give me your thoughts on this stuff, guys. I'd like to hear what you have to say. Also, throw a like up. Make sure you're still subscribed. Share the video. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification bell. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out.